Fortnite Chapter 6 trailers were released and there is a lot going on, so let's go ahead and get right into it. First, we have the cinematic trailer, which looks amazing, and we actually see in the corner we are no longer in reality 0. So this is the first time we're, in a whole new place, quite literally. And so as we can see, there's like this spacecraft that is kind of crashing after it's rifted into this new planet. So instead of the normal, we'll be on a whole new area. Then we can see once the spaceship crashed, it actually kind of triggered a shockwave, and this powered a portal. And this is our look at some new characters, and they look pretty evil. So they could be our actual like villains, or maybe they'll work with Godzilla and be our new group of like bad guys. But this next scene reveals the demon character running from the new Hope skin and a new character in a new city, POI. Then we see 2 new skins, a Durburger as like a sushi guy, and a Baymax edit style as a samurai, which actually looks insane. As they continue running through a cherry blossom tree forest, we see a moving tree, which could be like a bigger sprite that we have heard about, along with like the little white creature that flies away as they're running by it. Next, we actually see the turtle, where I assume we'll have loot on it, and I already love this guy, and I kind of like how Colombo was an instant hit. I think this turtle will definitely be one too. Next, we see the portal where the demon came out of, but this time we see like a weird stone soldier, which looks very interesting. And I kind of hope we will be able to turn him into like, kind of like how we did with Dr. Doom on his like island, where if you defeated him, where you got to like the thing and you get to become him. So we also see our first look at some weapons like the swords and the miniature scythes that Hope is holding. And next we see a fan, like an old Japanese fan that could actually be a weapon. And I assume, considering how she like blocks bullets with it will have a similar mechanics as like Captain America's shield. Then it also looks like we'll be seeing the return of the lock-on pistol, as we can see Hope holding. Then as the final clip, we see someone dual wielding a sword and a gun with an attachment. So if we see dual wielding, I think this will change the game and add more strategy to the game itself, like just with the blocking and maybe things like that. Then in just a normal trailer, we automatically see a new spot with flower fields with things like floating in the background. So these could be islands or maybe even kites, it kind of looks like. Then we see probably one of the coolest bridges I've ever seen, although it's a little futuristic looking, so I'm a little confused considering they said it was going to be samurai themed. Next, we see another view of most likely to be a fan favorite turtle and 2 skins that look amazing, including the Baymax edit style we saw earlier. We also get our first look at the Oni mask, which looks to be a Void specialized one. We go straight into an action moment where we see Hope jump into an action like off a train, very similar to the train in the opening scene of Big Hero 6. So this is just a little bit more that hopefully confirms it being San Francisco, the city from Big Hero 6. This also means we will continue having a train on the island, and this will most likely have loot on it, which I'm really excited for. After that, we see a new mechanic, rolling, which is very interesting, because if this is something that can be done from any height, then fall damage is really going to have like no effect. So I'm going to assume they'll make a limit from where you can jump and roll, but I'm not sure. And then we see a clip of sprites that can follow us around, and we even see a sprite giving shield to Baymax and a different character. So we are basically going to have shield at us at all times, and I hope there will be like different ones that give us different like abilities or things. Then we actually, in the same clip, we see Baymax doing his iconic ba la 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 fist bump emote, which is confirmed to be an emote, and I'm so glad they added this, because if they didn't, I think a lot of people would be mad, because it's something that just kind of needs to be in the game. In this next clip, we actually see a demon dojo where a giant demon with hands, almost like a boss, is fighting, and we even see a void-looking temporary ability with the Oni mask that the character that's fighting it puts on. And I think this is going to be very useful in the gameplay, just because, teleport basically. Like I said, we see another Oni mask to be a fire version, which locks onto opponents. We also see a new mechanic that like wall jumping, and we can even like shoot while we're jumping. So this is going to be like a very fun and cool, mechanic. Then we see a clip of Godzilla himself looking at the city, very mad. So I think this just kind of like pushes the theory that he could be a villain, but then again we have the Onis and the demons. So I'm not 100% sure. Guys, I'm so excited for this chapter and what's to come. Like new on Oni Mask, and really like this version of Fortnite, to be honest. And gives me like an RPG type game, like kind of feel, but I can still tell that it's Fortnite, and I generally love this about the game. I hope you guys are just as excited as me. So I'll see you guys in the next time, and peace out. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe.